Sunlight filters through the fluttering trees, dancing in patterns across Spider's shining gold coat. He prances in place, his hoofbeats thudding impatiently against the rain-thirsty ground. He tosses his finely boned head back and forth, up and down, sending silky strands of his cream-colored mane flying. Not yet, I tell him with my hands, keeping pressure on the reins, steadying him. I smooth a hand over his muscled neck, and though he huffs and stamps his foot, he doesn't fight me. 10 seconds. 10 seconds until we can cross the start line at the Innavale 3-day event. 10 seconds to wait. 10 seconds for the adrenaline to rush through my system and flood my every thought. 10 seconds holding back an animal who outweighs me 10 times over. I block out every background noise. The aggressive buzzing of four-wheelers, the shouts and squeals of boisterous children, the panicked whinnies of nervous horses, the thumping rhythm of hoofbeats coming from the warm-up ring, the countdown from the official standing to my left, until the only sound echoing through my ears is my own breathing. The cry of go snaps me back to reality. Tightening my legs around Spider's body and letting the reins go slack, I finally give him the permission he has been demanding. His coiled body explodes as he rockets forward, leaving the start box behind like a distant memory. He thunders down the lane, his strides long and powerful as they eat up the ground underneath his hooves. We approach the first jump, and I keep my seat light, balancing all my weight in my heels and throughout my legs. Spider surges toward the sturdy log fence, throwing his head eagerly, speeding up in excitement. I fight to steady him, focusing on keeping each one of his strides even and controlled. 3 strides, 2 strides, 1, silence, as he gives the massive push that propels 1,000 pounds of horse arcing over the jump. I am not exaggerating. It's like flying. The wind whistles through my ears and tugs at my hair, playing with the strands that have escaped from under my helmet. We're airborne, and it's like we become part of the sky, joining the fluffy white clouds that float along the brilliantly blue atmosphere. I stretch over Spider's reaching neck, my hands following his mouth to give him the inches he needs, as all too soon the ground is rushing up to meet us. We land on the other side, and as soon as his hooves make contact with the ground, I'm upright in the saddle and he falls back into the steady rhythm of his smooth gallop. The entrance into the trees lies ahead, but he doesn't hesitate as he plunges along the now narrow path into the blanket of shade. The trees surround us, but Spider weaves effortlessly along the winding path, launching over the jumps nestled between the trunks. As we leave the cool of the forest and enter the wide field, the blinding sunlight dazzles my eyes. The adrenaline is pumping through every cell in my body, and I have to force myself to breathe, to keep breathing, because I will not be very helpful to my partner in crime if I am unconscious. The jumps blur together as I ride from instinct, relying on my memory to recall the sequence of the course. The stack of hay bales, the up and down bank, the rock wall, the barn. Spider doesn't look twice as he explodes over each fence, powerful and unstoppable. We reach the final field, and I feel him shudder as we approach the ditch, but I'm firm, urging him on. His body stiffens, but he is obedient, clearing the ditch with several feet to spare, and bolting away when he lands, as if we cannot get away quickly enough. He powers over the 9th jump, the 10th jump, and into the water obstacle we go. We splash through to the other side, sending sparkling water droplets flying, cooling down my sun-warmed skin. We've reached the final stretch, leading to the last jump, and Spider knows it. He hurtles toward the finish, and all the endorphins kick in, swirling through my entire body. I give a hoarse shout of encouragement, my throat parched from the wind, and that's all it takes. Spider gives a last burst of speed, and it's enough to get us to the base of the jump. He sails over the log stack, and I'm overcome with a feeling of exhilaration, joy exploding from every inch of me. We've crossed the finish line, but Spider is still dancing beneath me, his sweat-soaked body quivering with excitement. His dark, gold-tipped ear is swiveled back to catch the words of praise that I murmur as I run my hands along his damp neck. I'm out of breath, and the adrenaline has burned through my body, but my heart still races from the sheer thrill of the ride. I'm overwhelmed by the depth of trust that this magnificent animal places in me, and filled with gratitude that he kept me safe. My chest swells with euphoric happiness as I recognize my sport for what it truly is. Fiercely intimidating, dangerous, adrenaline charged, completely dependent on the relationship between horse and rider, and something I absolutely cannot live without. Thank you.